Hey, how's it going? Today you and I are going to be doing an unboxing for the RellyTech Ice Cream and Frozen Dessert Maker. How does this compare to the Ninja Creami that came before it? Watch this video and find out. So you ready? Let's get into this. Just a quick note, this video is designed to be an unboxing and first look. We're going to open up the box, see what you get, do a quick demo, and maybe even do some sound checking. But we're not going to be doing a full product review because we need a couple of weeks playing with this thing in order to give you a really good, honest opinion. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to it. This is the RellyTech Ice Cream and Dessert Maker. Looks a lot like a Ninja Creami, so you might call it a knockoff, but then again, a Ninja Creami is a knockoff of a Paco Jet, so it's probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The machine does look pretty cool though. And the plastic is BPA free, Black & Decker. Looking over here, looks like the marketing department did put some time into getting these photos ready, but for some reason, it looks kind of AI, doesn't it? I mean, just the way that ice cream is melty right there, it's just too perfect. So maybe it's either plastic or AI, like I said. Not to mention the weird color on that cone. And I guess we're putting stickers on our ice cream now. So that's interesting. Right here we have a breakdown of some of the parts. Again, a lot like a Ninja Creami, but if you're not familiar with that, you got your machine, you've got an outer bowl, you've got the inner bowl, which is where your ice cream mix goes, which has to be frozen overnight for 24 hours first. This does not actually freeze the ice cream, this just processes it after the fact. BPA-free plastic containers and silicone lids, it looks like. Those could be hard plastic also though. Then you got your outer lid to keep everything safe, and then your churning blade. Kind of interesting that they use the word creamy here. I wonder if that's just a coincidence or they're trying to draw comparisons to the Ninja Creami. On this side, we've got a bulleted list of some of the features, and it looks like whoever did this was 6 years old. Look at the freaking spacing on this. This is terrible. I mean, who did this? Look at all the mistakes. There should be a space between device and LED, program and time, on and requirements, and whatever this is, to bottom full fast processing in 2 to 5 minutes. So the fast processing in 2 to 5 minutes probably should be another bullet by itself. But one thing I did know about this machine is that I can use nuts or as a mix-in. What? Oh wait, that's nuts or. So that's like 10 typos on this one little panel right here. For some reason, this doesn't really instill a lot of confidence in me. Anyway, let's get this box open. And hopefully the box isn't reflecting on what we got inside the box, because that would be a travesty. Okay. All right, see what we got here. Well, looks like our warranty card. Kind of a weird domain to go to register your product, which whatever, maybe they're using an outside company. It does come with a 1 year though, which pretty standard stuff. And the email is at a completely different domain, even different than the brand name of the ice cream maker. So weird. I don't know. Probably means that this machine is rebranded from different companies and maybe that's the parent company. No idea. Anyway, for the best user experience, please read the user manual, and hopefully the English in that user manual is better than the English on the outside of the box. And here is said user manual. In here you'll find instructions on how not to break your machine. Nice how the blade is called a knife, but to each their own, I guess. All the features of the machine, how to work it, and also probably a troubleshooting guide. Yep, right over here. And hopefully you don't need to deal with a whole bunch of error codes, because that would suck. In the back, we got some different recipes, but sadly, no pictures or anything to compare to, which makes me sad. But in any case, at least you got one of these. Don't lose it. You might need to refer back to it. And yes, I do have to go around and clean up all that stuff that I threw on the ground. Hopefully you thought it was funny, or that I'm an idiot, or both. Okay, what else we got here? Looks like the rest of this is all coming out together. This fell out of the bottom of the box, and this is the little ice cream blade thing. Looks very similar to a Ninja Creami paddle. In fact, it looks almost exactly like it, maybe a different number of notches on this. It's not surprising because all these machines are really based on their expensive big brother, the Paco Jet. And if you don't know what a Paco Jet is, that is a commercial ice cream machine that you use in restaurants. And all of these other machines operate on the same principles, except those things are $7,000 and these things are under 300 bucks. Okay. Don't worry about this laying on its side either, by the way, because this doesn't have a compressor in it or anything. So we don't really have to care about that too much. Okay. Right here, we have one of their pints. These hold the same as a Ninja Creami pint does. So that is 16 ounces, I believe, all plastic. Looks like a really similar construction to the Ninja ones, except this one's a lot more smooth. You can see these indentions down here at the bottom. Those are not on the outside, those are on the inside. So those are probably just there to give your frozen ice cream something to latch onto so it doesn't just spin around in here whenever it's getting processed. And then you got your lid here, just a plastic lid, kind of a cheapish feeling plastic lid, actually. Normally you get silicone or something like that, but not in this case. Don't know how I feel about that, but it does clip on there nice though. So there's that. Then right here, looks like we got a second lid. The second pint is in the machine, so that's just your lid for that. All right, now we can get this out of here. Okay. Oh, it's got some suction cup feet on it too, which is nice. Yeah, I tell you what, kind of a sexy looking little machine here. I mean, it looks like it did on the box, but for some reason I was expecting it not to look as nice as this. This is all plastic exterior. This is done in a matte plastic though, so you don't get all the fingerprints you would get on it if it was done in like a piano black finish, like in the black accents in your car or something, you know, like that right there. Or even the little plexi display right here too. Down here we have our other pint. To release that, we've got a button right here, so we push that and we can pull this thing straight out. The way these work is there is an outer container and an inner container. This is the lid that just kind of twists onto the top there. This is where that blade actually goes. You can see this hole right here. This blade just fits right in there like that. That's all magnetized up in there. So that's all magnetic up around inside of there, which is a little bit different. With the Ninja Creamis, there's a shaft that comes down, and that's actually what this is magnetized to. But in any case, with the Ninja Creami lids, this is just held on with a lever that you have to hold the lever down and it just kind of falls out. So I like this design better because it's more simple. Also, you have a little silicone seal in here that can probably be removed. Yeah, that can be removed for cleaning. So that's good. Lid's just ABS plastic. No big whoop, but I guess it gets the job done, doesn't it? Right here, you have two bowls. You've got your pint container right here that your ice cream mix goes into. If you're not familiar with this type of ice cream machine, you have to mix your ice cream ingredients, put it in here, not go over that max line, put it in your freezer and freeze it for a day until this is a solid block. And then the machine processes it and gives you ice cream. So there's much more time involved with these machines to get ice cream, but it produces superior scoop ice cream. If you've used one of these machines, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's one of those things where you really got to kind of try it out because you really probably won't believe exactly how good it does come out. Anyway, you've got this outer pint right here, and this is what locks into the machine. And this actually gives you a little bit of protection from this in case something crazy were to happen and this were to explode somehow. And it also holds this in place so the machine can do its work without it flying everywhere. This 2-container solution has been what Ninja's been doing a while now on their Ninja Creamis. In fact, they did release one version a while back that didn't have this outer bowl. And that one was catching on fire and got discontinued a couple of weeks after it got released. And they went back to this design and never went back again. So I guess this is inherently just the way it has to be. Looking around this machine, if I put this back in there again, you can see we got our controls on the front along with our dial. This dial doesn't just spin around, it's just kind of a almost like a lever. Got your pint container right here. And then if we turn the machine around, you can see there's not really much to see on the side. And when you get to the back, there is a vent for the motor, and you got your power information down here at the bottom. This machine is 120 volts since I am in the United States, but if you are buying this in another country, pretty good chance that's going to be 240. And the maximum power output on it is 800 watts, so pretty powerful. If we look at the bottom of the machine, you do have 4 suction cups on it, so that will help keep the machine from twisting around and stuff. And as far as the power cable goes, about 3 feet long on this. So it's not super long or super short, and it's probably going to be fine for most people. For measurements from the bottom to the top of the machine, we are looking at 16¼ inches, width closer to 6.5, and depth would be about 11.5 inches. Let's plug this thing in and see what the screen looks like. Okay, we have a bunch of different functions on this, and in fact, this has a lot in common with the Ninja Creami Deluxe because you have the opportunity to either process the top or the bottom, it looks like. But with the Ninja Creami Deluxe, the pints here are 3 cups instead of 2 cups like these are. So there was more of a reason to really need the process half of it. I'm not exactly convinced that you'd need to do a half of one of these smaller ones. So that will remain to be seen. Along the bottom row, we got our power buttons, mix-ins, respins, and our clean button. Respin is just that. It's just a quick respin in case you have like a weird result on your ice cream where it's kind of blocky or crumbly or something. You can just do a quick respin. The blades will go down and up really quickly one time, and hopefully it just fixes your ice cream without overly melting it. The mix-in button is if you're doing something that needs mix-ins, like for instance, if you're making mint chocolate chip ice cream, you're going to process your mint ice cream first, then at the very end, after it gets done, you're going to open it back up, put in the chocolate chips, run the mix-in, and it's going to run a really slow speed and just churn those chips into your ice cream without it annihilating the chips and without it causing your ice cream to get more melty. And then the power button is self-explanatory. It doesn't seem to turn on when I push it. Interesting. Does this machine not work? Oh, you just gotta hold it down for like 3 seconds. And that's why you read the manual. All right, so the first thing, whenever you turn it on, it wants you to select whether you're processing the bottom, the top, or the whole thing. And Tinkerbell here is going to keep spinning around until you make your selection. So we're just going to say full. And then from here, you pick what you want to make. You can see the ice cream is blinking. If I kind of do this, I can turn it this way. And as I go around to the different options, you can see this number changes. That's the total amount of processing time we're talking about. The only other light here is this up and down light. That's probably going to come in extra handy when you're doing cleaning cycles. All right, so for this machine, I can't really make ice cream right now on camera for you because we just unboxed the machine and we don't have anything frozen. So for that, you're going to have to wait for the review, but we can do a sound check on this thing just to see how blisteringly loud it is, because if it's anything like a Ninja Creami, then it's going to be super loud. I think those are like 87 or 88 decibels. And this seems to be a really, really similar design to that. So what I'm going to do is put that on the regular ice cream setting. We'll take out the phone and run my trusty sound meter, and I'll take a decibel reading from different areas of this thing so we can see exactly how loud it is. Okay, let's go. All right, it looks like the loudest that I saw it was about 74 decibels. So not bad at all. It's not anywhere near as noisy as the Ninja Creamis. So that's a good thing. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. All right, so this machine is probably going to be a pretty fun machine to test. And one thing I did notice that I'd like to point out is that if I take this off of here, if you've had a Ninja Creami, the consensus is that everybody hates the fact that you can't clean the shaft because it goes up into the machine and disappears, so you can't really get a rag onto it to clean it or anything like that if you want to. So you have to end up running cycles and stuff with soapy water or whatever to try to get that shaft. But the problem with that is it creates a vortex and a lot of it doesn't get on there anyway. But with this machine, you can lower that shaft manually. For that, you take your pint out and you can see the install light is flashing right here. Now I can hit this up and down thing, and that is going to bring that shaft down right now for me without this being in here. See, now you can see the shaft there and you can get this clean. And obviously that's not all the way down for cleaning. So I'm going to have to research that and see if there's a way to get this down further. But if there is, that could be a really nice little feature. Can't wait to delve into this and see how well it performs. The RellyTech Ice Cream and Dessert Maker looks really interesting. It's got a lot in common with the popular Ninja Creami, except it kind of looks better and it comes in a little bit cheaper. If it performs well, it might just be a pretty big deal. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be making all sorts of different ice creams in this thing, and once I have enough information, I'll be back with a full product review. If you'd like a little bit more information about it, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy any things through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. If you like this video, then I bet you like this playlist right here that's got a whole bunch of unboxings and reviews for different kinds of ice cream and slushy machines. If you're looking for something to make frozen treats, don't want to miss out on that. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon. And until that time, I am Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.